my mask off. Today I'm using Counterculture Artist Resin Medium Viscosity, equal parts A and B. As you can see, I've got multiple molds, and I'm going to do these for sure. This is a cell phone holder. I'm going to do that one. Trying out a different one that I found on Etsy. I think I found all these on Etsy. I will post the links to the Etsy shops below the video. This is a set of earrings. This was a little thing that is a pendant, maybe for a necklace. It says Faith on it. These are peacocks. And this is like a mandala. I know that this takes 4 ounces altogether. I'm assuming this will take about 6. And I don't know how much that one takes at all. I'm just going to pour whatever I mix up and see what happens, and then if I need to add clear later, I can. So I've mixed, I don't know, at least probably 15 ounces of resin for at least 6 minutes. I'm going to put some of the Counterculture Aqua Marine Dispersion color into it. Just going to put a drop of it for now. I always like to start slow and build your way up. But I don't really want it opaque, which means it's not transparent. I do want it transparent. So that's why I only put a drop, and that is enough to just tint it. As you can see, let me zoom in just a bit. It is just tinted. That's aquamarine. And I had used this in an ocean pour before, and I loved the color that it turned out, so I'm going to use it again. This right here is Bora Bora by Counterculture. I'll get this little spoon in here if I can. And I don't want a ton, but I do want to add shimmer, and if this works like it did last time, it'll kind of make it a blue green, which is what I'm aiming for. And it's working. It's exactly what I wanted. Exactly. So it's kind of a, I don't know if you can see that. It turns it greenish. But it still has a blue feel to it. And it's still transparent, which is what I want. So I'm just mixing that in really well. And then I have Counterculture Seize the Day, S-E-A-S, Seize the Day. These are chunky glitter, small chunky glitter. I'm adding a good amount of that. It's kind of floating around, so I'm trying to get it to go down into the resin here. And then this is by Laura's Art Corner, called Chameleon. It's a fine glitter. I'm going to put a good amount of that in. Oh, that's beautiful. And then I also have Laura's Art Corner Teal Blue Sea, another fine glitter. Can't go wrong with glitters, right? So a little blue, a little green. The Seize the Day has some bright limey green or gold flecks in it. I think I'm going to put just a little bit more of that. So I really like the way that looks. So I think I'm going to stop there. And then I don't care if some landed on the molds because that glitter is going to sink down to the bottom anyway, which is kind of what I want it to do. So not going to worry at all about that. You want to see it kind of dome up to the edge, but not really go over your pieces. So this apparently takes very little. All right, I got quite a bit out of that cup. Curious to see what that's going to look like. I know what I'm going to do with these. I want to see the cell phone holder, so it's all exciting. Can't wait. So I'm going to find a way to cover this up. It's not the next day, but I can't wait any longer. So it says faith. See the faith? I'm going to accentuate that. Can you see the peacock? There's the body. You will see more of that. I'm going to let it cure before I do anything with it. I've been dying to see what this one looks like. It's going to be a little hard to get out of the mold probably. I may have to wait on this one. I'll wait till tomorrow on this one. I'll show that tomorrow. Let it sit up. Of course, pop sockets. Just nice and peacock colors. I may add something on these. I'm not sure. So I'm not going to try anything until it's cured fully. So I'm always excited to demold something. I really want to see this one, but I don't want to mess the mold up, and it's going to be flexible. So that one will wait. Okay, it's the next day, 24 hours later, and now I can pull this out because it is cured and it's not flexible. So just gonna have to work our way around the mold. Okay. Not sure what I can use this for. I probably will put it inside of another resin mold when I create something else, maybe. I mean, it's pretty, you know, by itself. But I think I would want to insert it into something. And these kind of things you just have to trim away carefully with I do it with a razor knife. Sometimes I warm it just a bit with a embossing tool, which is 300 watts, and it's a low temperature, and that usually takes care of it pretty quickly. Okay, I figured this one out. I got it from a website. I'll post that link. And so it kind of looks like a chair, okay? But it's designed to hold your cell phone, so it can sit. It doesn't really go long ways. You can't really do it that way. So here's what the mold looked like, and it looks like a chair, and it's called a Barbie chair. So it can be, you can use it as a chair for a Barbie. You can use it for a business card holder. Yeah, just a stack of them like that. A cell phone holder. It's nice and sturdy because there's two pieces on either side that hold it as a brace. So this is a really cool item. Now, if you wanted to be charging your phone, you would have to turn your phone upside down in order to charge it. If you have a cable going in, it would have to be upside down in order to charge it. But if you wanted to just prop it to be looking at it, this would work perfectly. So this is really kind of cool. And I was afraid that, like the other cell phone holder that I've used, that you wouldn't be able to get the pieces through, you know, because of the slots. But this one fits just perfectly. It just fits perfectly. I poured them all about the same height. I didn't have to pour the side pieces with the slots any less thick, or actually it would have been this piece that I would have maybe had to have poured thinner. I didn't have to do that. So There's my Barbie chair slash business card holder slash phone holder. I have not done this yet. Is the ones that have these etchings. These are all pop socket holders. So I'm gonna put them aside. This cool mandala piece, I'm gonna put it aside. These could be earrings. I've got little hooks to make earrings. I'm gonna move my parchment paper out of the way. Anytime I take anything out of a mold, I like to put it on something that is totally, this has a few little pieces of resin that I had not peeled up yet when I was demolding it yesterday. It's just safe to put it on something like parchment paper where you know it's going to be fine until it's cured well. So on these, I'm going to zoom in. And I've seen this done, so this is my first time doing it, but I know it'll work because I used to do this with decorative hardware and things when I was a decorative artist. So I'm going to take an acrylic paint. You just scrub it into all the etchings. This just happens to be the Bulk Art Treasure Gold. Typically I'm a Deco Art 24 karat gold girl, but I thought I'd just maybe use this one this time because I think it's a little deeper and is more like the gold gilding that I use in the pins. Now I'm going to let it dry. I have a really grungy paintbrush that's not a good paintbrush. You don't want to ruin a paintbrush doing this, so you pick one that's well loved and used and is not made for really good fine detail in paintings, because this you got to really scrub it in. Peacock molds, I will have to look and see where I got it. I think I got it on Etsy, and I'll find that shop and send a link or put a link. They are individually priced and they're not cheap, so I got only 2 of them, a set or a pair of coasters, making sure it's really good in all those grooves. That might have all been totally out of frame. I'm sorry if it was. Again, this is acrylic paint. It's water-based. You don't want to put an oil-based paint into your grooves. They're lower than the rest of the resin, so whatever's on the surface won't be touching this. Now I can put a flood coat on top of this of resin to seal it if I feel I need to after it's finished. So as you're doing this, you can kind of see into the grooves if you've missed a spot, and you just kind of go back and double up on the paint. There's several styles out there that have etchings, so this is one of many. Okay, that's all there really is to that. I'm going to add a little bit more. This faith is kind of deep. I'm going to add another little quick layer just to the word faith. Now, while those are drying, this is a Krylon, but the other brand I like better, but I just happen to have this one close by. So I'm just going to go around the edges. Okay, so now I'm going to use the baby wipe. It actually said and alcohol. Okay, that took some work to get that off. Some elbow grease for sure, but it's very lovely, very lovely. And the back is just the back. I am going to take one of these and put my initial, or it could be somebody else's initial, and just hand paint it in there with an oil-based paint so it'll be permanent. Changed my mind, I'm going to use liquid gold. It's a brighter gold that matches the gold pen. I've got a really fine small brush, so the Bear Mountain Designs, here's the finished Barbie doll chair, cell phone holder, business card holder. I think it turned out really cute. I put gold on the edges. And the earrings, put the gold edges on those as well. So those came from Bear Mountain Designs. And then my other molds were the Peacock Coasters, and they are beautiful. I etched them with gold. They threw in a little Faith silicone mold and did that as well and etched it. Put gold edges, and I had a gold chain here, so did that. And then my leftover resin, I made this pretty shape that possibly will go into a bigger mold of resin. And then the rest of them, these are just the pop sockets that you can stick on the back of your phone. And I adhered it with Gorilla super glue. You could use E6000. I got the molds from Counterculture. I got the little plastic pop sockets from Etsy, and then you just attach it on the back so you can push it in totally. You can also pull it midway out, and it helps you just prop your phone or whatever, and you can also pull it fully out that far. It's got a 3M sticker on it to stick to your case or your phone, and you can hold it with your fingers, and again you can prop it on things. So that's what pop sockets are for. That's a name brand, so these are not pop sockets, they're just generic. And I made the resin tops to go on those. And like I said, those came from Counterculture. And I'll provide the Etsy link for the peacock molds and the website link for Bear Mountain Designs for the cell phone holder, Barbie doll chair, business card holder. And I just picked up some earring molds just to try something different. So I hope you learned something in this video. I had fun. I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.